What's up guys, welcome to week 1 of the Generations Pokemon League. Today we are going to be taking on the Halifax Hitmontops and HitmonScott. So this audio is post-recorded because at the time of the battle, we were battling when I did not have the access to record my audio without major noises and just interruptions and whatnot. So I'm going to be discussing what happened after the fact. So, for starters, you're noticing that there's a little bit of freezing in the battle. That is due to the fact that for some reason, I don't know why, and I've been trying to think about it, like, I've been trying to find out why. Like, I guess they have an issue with the new version, like, the newest update of Google Chrome, so it freezes a lot, which is why things are not going. I tried to send out Lanny the Mega Gallade, or well, a Gallade right now, and we had a few issues, but that will fix itself. I don't know why it does that, but it's, I don't know, it's not fun. I tried to turn on the audio during this part, but at this point I'm also going to be trying to fix that as well. But it should be on. For some reason I couldn't hear it, but in the recording it was on, so it comes back eventually. But anyways, we sent out Lanny first. He sent out Crobat, so we switched out. Unfortunately, Brave Bird got a crit, and Jetsam was down to just under half, which was definitely going to be a big problem for us. We would deal with that eventually, but for now we are stuck with that. So we are going to go for a Volt Switch. I'm not sure what Scott went for, but the Volt Switch we're going to try to get out. He's probably going to, I believe, go for a Brave Bird for a crit, but we can only ever really hope that we can get out. He goes for a U-turn. Okay, so I completely forgot about that. But he U-turns out into what I can assume, I don't remember what, but I don't know. I'm not going to try to predict. He goes into the Porygon. The Porygon was more than likely had an Eviolite on, so we kind of went with screw it and go into, I want to say, I don't remember. Who do we go into? I'm watching the fight at the exact same time as you guys. Went into Lanny. Alright, cool. Same. Sounds about right. So, of course, Lanny, we go for a Mega Evo, and we go for a Drain Punch. Unfortunately, it lives. It gets a Tri-Attack off, and we freeze. So, that kind of screws us up. Definitely, like, big time. Just, like, getting the freeze just was not good for us. We had no real choice, so I just tried to hope we would get out. We didn't. Tri-Attack killed, and we were down on Lanny. The freeze definitely screwed us over, and losing Lanny turn 1, or like really early on, definitely also screwed us over, because our only real bet against Cinccino was more than likely going to be Lanny, especially because we probably wouldn't have actually outsped it either, because I think that thing has a really high attack, or not attack, speed, and it was probably holding the King's Rock with Skill Link, so that was screwing us in just to begin with. So I went into Atlas, went for an Iron Head, hoping to get a kill, but, you know, anything happens, and the Arcanine comes out. There's no way we're going to outspeed that Arcanine. It was, I think it was up to 321 speed. I don't know. I'm pretty sure Arcanine has a lower base speed than Atlas, and at this point I was thinking we need to check it, because if this thing's choiced, if it's Choice Scarf, then we may be good. So my best bet was either to go into Escargot or risk a Zen Headbutt, but having, like, what, I think 317 max speed was going to be an issue. So we went into Tap Water. We took the Flare Blitz. Unfortunately, on this set for Tap Water, I had Soak and Toxic, So I didn't have a water type move, so my best bet was just to go for Nature's Madness, see if he would switch out or stay in, and just see what would be done. So at this point, we're just kind of sitting here like there's really a bad, like, we don't really stand a good chance. Lanny's gone. We have nothing really for Arcanine other than Escargot, who resists, but everything else isn't really that good. I definitely, being afraid of that Celesteela kind of screwed us over a little. I went for the Nature's Madness, which of course does half health. So, went for that. At this point, I knew it was probably going to go for a Sludge Bomb, and I did not want to be taking that. So, I believe I did go into Escargot, yes. So, he did go for a Synthesis instead. Healed it back up, and at this point, our best bet is to try to go for a Fire Punch, even though we have Thick Fat. So I just said, screw it, we'll go for an Outrage, see what it does. At this point, I'm just kind of contemplating. We can either go for an Outrage, we can switch into Atlas. I don't 100% know if we did go for an Outrage. I think we did. We did go for an Outrage. So, of course, he switches into Porygon to sack it off, which probably kind of screwed us over. We were stuck in the Outrage now. His Arcanine more than likely had Outrage at this point, so I just wanted to see if we could get a kill on Arcanine. Outrage does just over half. Our Outrage doesn't kill, which definitely screwed us up. And at this point, we do die because of a Rocky Helmet. So, at this point, I was just not 100% sure on what we could do. But since he was locked into Outrage, I just didn't really have a choice other than to go into Serenity. So, I think I did the stupid move and went for a T-Wave. Or I might have... Yeah, I did go for a T-Wave. Alright, so we were immune. We got the T-Wave off just because it would at least hinder it. And at this point, I believe I went for a Wish. Because I don't know why, but I just wanted to see what we could do. So, we had a Wish up. We could go for really anything, so we went for an Air Slash. I think we went for an Aura Sphere, actually. Alright, this post-recording thing sucks, but it was really the best I had. So he's got the Cinccino out now. Obviously that's not good because this thing has Rock Blast. Cinccino learns basically like every 5 hit, up to 2 to 5 hit move. There is Tail Slap, Bullet Seed, Rock Blast, which definitely screwed us. And I don't 100% know if the King's Rock stacks like chances when it comes to like multiple hitting moves. So I'm not 100% sure, but I think Joe said something about it. It may have been Joe or it may have been Aiden. But either way, we're now at this point, we were just like, best bet is to Thunder Wave it and then go for some Zen Headbutts. Unfortunately, Zen Headbutt did not get the flinch, which definitely screwed us because that Hidden Power Fire was just like begging. That was definitely I can almost guarantee it was a Hidden Power Fire because I don't really think any other move would have made, like any other HP wouldn't have made sense, like other than ground. And I don't think that would really make sense for Venusaur to hit or have. So yeah, we're just kind of assuming. At this point, we're really kind of screwed here. Half our team is almost dead, and the other half is still full health, and then there's 2 dead mons. So all we can really do is just go for some Iron Heads, but it's basically healing up everything that it loses from our attack. So at this point, we're just kind of wasting our time, fighting for time. So at this point, our best bet is to go into Tap Water because a Heavy Slam won't kill, and a Nature's Madness would be better than nothing. So we just kind of go for it. Nature's Madness really is our only real bet. We can't. Original plan was Soak and Toxic this thing, and since it was already paralyzed, we were just kind of screwed. So the Scald probably would have been better. I was trying to, I guess the best way I can say is I need to actually kind of practice more in terms of battles, because I practiced a lot last season, or for DSL Season 1 before battles. This one, I didn't even bother, like, trying to test out this team. So, this is, if anything, this is a lesson for us. We can't really go into Jetsam at this point against Crobat because whatever it hits us with is probably going to kill Jetsam. We can Moonblast, it's going to be resisted. It's probably got Sludge Bomb or Sludge Wave or something. So, what's our best bet? It's really, there's no best bet at this point. Like, anything we go into will probably die. Atlas would probably be killed by any move it goes for. It's probably going to U-turn out anyways. So, I just said, let's see what it does. It goes for a Cross Poison, which we get immune. But since it's definitely, like, it's 100% going to U-turn out, Atlas is dead. So we just go for the Rocky Helmet damage. And it's got life, or what is it? I'm assuming it's Life Orb damage. But yeah, so at this point, there's legitimately no way of us to win. Celesteela is just such a wall. And I kind of blame myself for this at this point. Because I'm thinking, I told myself, wow, let's not use... The entire time we were battling, I was thinking, like, I don't want to use Jirachi and Togekiss the way most people expected to, so I didn't set them up all that much like that. Obviously, they had Zen Headbutt and Iron Head and Air Slash, but I just was so hesitant that it screwed us up. And we go for a Thunder Wave. Of course, that's gonna get eaten. We have nothing for this thing other than to spam some wishes. Like, a Heavy Slam's gonna hurt. It gets the Para. So that's good for us. We go for an Aura Sphere, and like this, at this point, our only real bet is Aura Sphere. But again, this thing eats hits, so it goes for a Toxic, and that definitely just sealed the deal. We're down to 2 Mons. There's no way we're going to take out a Celesteela, a Mega Venusaur, a Cinccino, and a Crobat all with 2 Mons, especially when the Cinccino's hitting 5 at all times, which is doing some damage. So at this point, our best bet is, you know, Leech Seed is screwing us, Toxic is screwing us. Honestly, Celesteela is just one of those mons that makes me want to die. So our only real bet is Nature's Madness. And then at this point, I kind of realized, like, I could soak this thing. I can still soak this thing. I don't need to, like, to worry. I can soak it and then Moonblast it. So I go for another Nature's Madness just for it. I think at this point I'm just kind of panicking, so we just switch out, go into Serenity, try to get the Leech Seed gone, and at this point we're just hoping for the best. So we're just trying to take out what we can at this very moment of the battle. So we go for another Wish. He gets Para. I think he gets a few Paras actually, which helps us, but not that much. Because again, Lefties is canceling like half the damage we're doing. So obviously we need a better strategy when it comes to Celesteela, because this thing is just too easily, like, just wall. It eats every hit no matter what. It's got the Beast Boost, so it's boosting its defenses. Like, there's just nothing we can do at this point. So really, in the end, I go for a Soak. It's better than nothing. It gets the Para, which definitely helps us. We get the Wish off, so we're back to full health. There's no way we're going to win this, so we go for a Moonblast, just to see what'll happen. I think he switches out into Crobat to sack it off, yep. So, if anything, this is better than nothing. I would have rather end up being 3-0'd than 4-0'd. At least we got half his team taken out. Sludge Bomb screws us over. We really have no... I hit Toxic on accident trying to soak it, so that screwed us over again. And at this point, our only bet is Moonblast, see what happens, and just hope for the best. So unfortunately, it doesn't kill, and the Sludge Bomb will kill us. So that's really all there is to it. That's the end of Season 1, Week 1 of the GPL. But with that, we have learned a lesson. We need to, you know, kind of, I guess, take our time, stop panicking and whatnot, and work on it with that. So next week we will be taking on, I believe we're taking on Joe. So we're going to be well prepared for that. So if you guys enjoyed, make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I am PCBloodMaster, and I will see you guys next time.